Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the
Global,
Global
digital,
Digital
success,
Yes
talks.
Talks.
Happy Monday.
Yes, happy Monday, happy and blessed Monday to everyone, and happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday. So today we are bringing you the following topic.
Yes, today we have the mindset reset, how to break old patterns and step into your new identity.
Yes, so a very good one. Topic. Very good topic. So before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, but I've been calling North Carolina home for the past 35 plus years. Um, I live here with my family. I am a digital business owner and a mentor.
Yes. And we also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we have our live webinars. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that information to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons. So you can register there for either day, so either Tuesday or Thursdays, since those are the 2 days that we have our live webinar. And it happens at the same time, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So you can register for either day or for both. The second link you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that you're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how an online business plan works, and also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their life. So if you want to catch the replay from last Thursdays, before tomorrow's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Yes. So this past Thursday, we had Jay as our host. She is a former educator. We also had MD Mehidi, who is a management trainee. We had our friend here, Elvira, who's a former oil and gas field employee. Jocelyn, who is a school teacher. We had Shital, who is an educator, and Rutu, who is a former retail associate, now a stay-at-home mom. And we had Mabel, who is a pediatric nurse care coordinator, and Maria, who is a retired nurse educator. So as you can see, we had business partners from different backgrounds and different ages. So if you are interested on learning more about this amazing opportunity, don't forget you can do one of these three things. You can register directly on our web pages that you see on the screen. You can send us a direct message, or you can comment info, and we'll be happy to share the information with you.
Yes, thank you, Isabel. So so if you're catching the replay from last Thursday's webinar, before this coming Tuesday's live webinar, our replays have subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages. That's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So now you know, if you want to start your online business, all you have to do is just put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Yes, so our topic, the mindset reset, how to break old patterns and step into your new identity.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So welcome back to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talk, and happy and blessed Monday for everyone, and happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday. So, last week, we talk about resetting and rising with a vision for 2026. So today we are going deeper because vision only works when your mindset matches. Okay. Um, so research from Stanford shows that mindset is responsible for up to 40% of long-term success outcomes, meaning how you think shapes what you achieve more than the talent or the circumstances. So let's talk about how to break those old patterns and step into a new identity on this new year 2026. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
Yeah, so the first point is break the pattern before you build the future. And the second one is step into identity based growth.
Yes, so those are the points that we're going to be talking. So let's dive into the first point.
Okay, so the first point, break the pattern before you build the future. Sorry, guys. So all results don't come from a lack of effort; they come from old patterns. Okay, so I know this because for years I worked hard, really hard, yet my life kept producing the same outcomes, same stress, same routines, same quiet feeling that I was meant for more, but didn't know how to reach out. I didn't know how to start. I didn't know where to begin. I was stuck because I like ambition, and I was stuck because my thinking was familiar, not intentional. I was always told, this is the path to success, and I thought I was doing the things that I told I was going, to do. And even though I had, a job for over 20 years, I was making good salary, and I'm thankful for that job, but I didn't have the quality time I wanted with my family. I wanted to be present. I wanted to really be there. And that's the one thing I couldn't have. So repeating the same thoughts led me to the same actions. My mind chose comfort over growth, even when comfort felt heavy. And until I became aware of the loop, nothing truly changed. According to neuroscience, research shows that about 95% of our daily thoughts are repeated. That explains why change feels so difficult, and also why intentional disruption creates breakthroughs. So, my turning point wasn't a dramatic leap, it was a moment of honesty. I started asking myself, what story am I telling myself about what's possible for me? And which habits belong to the old version of me, and which one who, the one that plays it safe all the time. And the same story that I kept telling myself all the time, um, was that I was afraid, that I was scared, that I wasn't capable, that I didn't know. That was my thing. Like, no, I don't know how to do that. So why even start doing that when I don't know how to? And I was so afraid to leave my comfort zone. So for years, I kept doing the same thing because I was familiar with that zone, and because I kept playing it safe. I didn't want to risk it, I didn't want to do anything different. Once I saw the pattern, I had a choice, not to fight myself, not to force motivation, but to choose differently in small, consistent ways. Once I was fully convinced, and I was tired enough, and I had enough of the same thing over and over and over every year. Every year kept repeating the same thing because I kept doing the same thing. And so one day I was, okay, well, I need to do something different if I want to get something different. And that's when decided to step into something completely unknown. And I had to make a choice. So not to find myself, not for to force motivation, but to choose differently in small, consistent ways. New thoughts, a new response every time I was asking questions instead of having that negative response about, no, I don't know how to do that, or this is what it's been, and you know why change it? I'm not capable. So a new decision, even when I felt uncomfortable. That's when I decided to do this business with zero background, with no experience, never done a business in my life. But that's when everything started shifting when I decided to step out of my comfort zone. So breaking patterns isn't about willpower. It's about awareness followed by choice. So we always have a choice to make, and we make so many decisions in a day, but we really have to think about, okay, what am I getting every time I make a decision? What am I getting out of this? Like, is it bringing me value? Is it going to give me the results I want? So every new choice is a vote for the future version of you. And when you think about it that way, you're like, okay, well, then I need to be more careful about the choices I'm making in life. So, I started with nothing, with zero knowledge. I started afraid. And at the beginning, I always told myself, like, I don't want to do this because, I'm not social. I'm not about social media. I can't talk in front of a camera. And after I started doing it, I discovered that I love what I'm doing. So you really don't know yourself enough until you start doing some things and you're like, wow, I didn't know that this was gonna give me so much fulfillment. So here's what I want to leave you with. You can't build a new feature with old patterns. Awareness gives you the power to choose differently.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so Isabel just taught us about break the pattern before you build the future. So that's one way on how to break those old patterns, to be able to step into your new identity. You have to um, change and those patterns by making a choice that, this is what I want to become. So this is what I have to do. And when you do that, then you start building that future, by changing and breaking those things that we always do every year. We say that we're gonna change and then we don't do it. So we give up along the way. Um, so let's start changing and start implementing, what Isabel just taught us on this point. So let's move on to step number two. I mean, point number two, and is a step into the identity based growth. So for over 25 years, I knew exactly who I was, a dedicated professional in the film industry. My work was exciting, it was demanding and unpredictable. But deep down, as the year passed by, I began to realize something was shifting. And that was my identity was built around my career, but not around the life I wanted to live. So I started asking myself different questions, what do I need to do next? So those were the ones that I didn't want to ask, but I wanted to ask myself, who am I becoming? Who do I not become? So that single shift changed everything. When I decided to start my digital business, it wasn't because I had everything figured out. Okay. It was because I was ready to become this someone new, a woman who values the freedom over exhaustion, the purpose over routine, and the impact over busyness. So growth stopped being about, checking those boxes and it started being about alignment. So according to a research, shows that people who set identity-based goals are 2 to 3 times more likely to stay consistent than those who focus only on the outcome. And that's exactly what I experienced. When my goals were about doing, I burned out. When my goals became about becoming, I grew faster and with more peace. And here is the truth: new identity change into new standards, and new standards change into new decisions, and new decisions change into new outcomes. So today, I help others step into that same kind of growth. through mentorship, community, and systems that nurture both your mindset and your goals. Because you don't rise to the level of your goals, you rise to the level of your identity. So once you see yourself differently, your actions naturally start to match that vision. So you speak with more conviction, you show up with more confidence, and you attract opportunities aligned with who you're becoming. So here's a little message here. Identity based growth isn't about forcing results, it's about embodying the person who naturally creates them. So if you've been waiting to feel ready, remember, readiness doesn't come from having all the answers. It comes from deciding to step into your next version with faith and not fear. Because growth begins the moment you decide to become her or him, if we're talking about a guy. So that's when really, growth begins, the moment that you decide to become the person you want to be. And that's the message for this point. And let's find out what is our key takeaway for this topic.
So, resetting your mindset isn't about fixing yourself, it's about remembering who you are becoming and choosing thoughts that support that future.
Yes, so that's our key takeaway for this topic. And we have arrived to the end of our life. So we hope so that, you got some tips, how to break those old patterns. You hear, the our experiences, and it hopefully, it will inspire you. And also, if you have anything else that you want to add to this topic that we shared today, put it in the comments. I will be happy to read your comments. So and if you want to learn, how to start an online business in this year 2026, that will, with a community that will give you the support, to break those old patterns and be able to become the identity of person, realize those dreams, the new lifestyle that you're looking for. Here are three ways that you can do that. So you can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message, or you can register directly into the websites that appear on the screen. Now, when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So one email that will have two links. Yeah. One link is to register to the live webinar. So we have a free live webinar every Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. And the second link you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, we're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch the replay of last Thursdays before tomorrow's live webinar, when you register into our website, you will receive the link to the replay plus the link to register for tomorrow's live webinar. So let's find out what is our topic for next Monday.
Next Monday, we're going to have from limiting beliefs to limitless growth, rewiring the way you think.
Yes. So that's what we're going to be talking next Monday. So until then, notice the patterns, choose the upgrade, and keep stepping into your next level with intention. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the love with us, the live, sorry, the love. I saw that a little love, so that's why I say love. A little has watched the live with us today. And for those catching the replay, thank you so much for being, for watching the replay. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to say thank you to Jake Matapak and also Yvonne Brown and Farah Farhan for your love and like emoji. So thank you for
Thank you.
watching.
Thank you.
And thank you for your like and heart emoji. Seeing that, we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are already on Tuesday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today, and on to the next episode of the
Global digital
Digital
success
Success
talks.
Talks. Thank you, everyone. God
Bye,
bless you all.
guys. Have a wonderful week.